Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about a burning topic, one that's really going to hit close to home. It's the sagging on the back of the arm, that thing that hangs down, and let's be honest, we don't really like it very much. Moreover, if you pinch it like this, it's actually quite painful. That's a sure sign that not everything's okay here. Accordingly, most people try to solve this problem through physical exercise. All sorts of push-ups at the gym, rows, and so on and so forth. Unfortunately, this won't work because the cause often lies firstly in the subcutaneous fat tissue, which, as you can see, hurts unpleasantly right now. And on the other hand, it's also connected to the fact that we have issues with the muscle itself right here, you see? And thirdly, there's also a problem with innervation in general. Let's figure it out. So, our triceps and the structures along the back of the neck are innervated, and accordingly, if we have problems with innervation, then no matter how much you train, it still won't help. On top of that, everything is further complicated by the fact that here in the armpit area, lymph often becomes stagnant. And accordingly, all of this also swells up as well. So in this video, we will go through all the structures that affect the flabby backside of the arm step by step. And I will show you exercises and give you practices that will help you get rid of this issue. The first practice we will do is to press into the body of the muscle, the triceps muscle of the arm. The thing is, in a huge number of cases, we're told to do push-ups to train and generally to do exercises specifically for this muscle. But if there's tenderness inside it, and I can see that there's tenderness right here, then you twist your arm like this and use your fingertips on the fleshy part like this, okay? Right into the flesh. And if there's tenderness there, it means that the muscle itself is injured. So if we start training the muscle, it will get even more injured, causing more swelling and even more inflammation. That's why, before we even start working out this specific muscle, we need to thoroughly knead it all over so that it begins to feel completely normal again. So, what do you think about this? Right here and right here, you see there are deposits and tension here. It's really, really bad. Friends, it's very important that you don't go under the muscle because the brachial nerve is located right in the fleshy part and is easy to hit. Let's take a look. How about on the other side? Is it the same? How does it feel? It hurts even more here, even more. So if there's asymmetry, then there is definitely a neurological issue. That means the arms are working differently, and it's absolutely necessary to work on the long extensors. After we've kneaded this area, it's very important to stretch it. But look, most people will do it like this, crack, and it comes off. No, absolutely not. Your specific task is to pull firmly in both directions at the exact same time, and then carefully return it back to its original position, just like this. So this is ideomotor tension. First, the hand that brings it in wins, but only with effort. And then with effort, the hand that moves it away wins. So when I move it away, I hold it. So this is what we call counter resistance. Yes, yes. We are working on internal resistance, right? When you move it further away from you, it is a really interesting feeling. Right here, yes? This muscle is being fully engaged and activated. Oh, I definitely recommend this exercise. Go ahead. You haven't pressed this one down properly yet, have you? Well, I did this one. Yet. So there you go. At first, when we press this muscle, it kind of gains strength. Try experimenting with this exercise first. There. I pressed it and my arm actually became stronger. That means the brain caught the fibers and activated it. The next movement we will do is we will place our hand on the front surface of the armpit, lift the handle and shake the brush back and forth. From the thumb like this, as if you were waving to someone. Yes. Look over there, there is this kind of movement in a plane. Imagine that your hand is inside a flat partition and you are wiping something within it. Notice that when you move in the plane, it gets tense right here. Yes, here we are working thanks to the deep back line of the arm. That is, the triceps are activated through the pinky finger. And they are different too. When at the same time we are shaking the lymph out from under the armpit, that is clearing the movement. Right? Good. And the third movement will have two parts. We take you like this and pinch. Yes. And the most interesting part is for you to find a much more interesting spot for yourself. Let's see. Here. Look, right over here, there is such an extremely dense point. Do you see it? Yeah. I feel this is good news. The fact that it hurts there is actually good news. And look here. Here you need to form your hands into these rake shapes. Firmly take a solid grip. Look closely and grab hold straight. You're not so much pulling as you are applying a crushing force, right? There's something hard there and you should have it. Did you find it? And as if that wasn't enough, we also take this little thing with the thumb and index finger. And there's this deliberate movement. We're not just squeezing, but we're also squeezing with a bit of this kind of rotating motion. It's very important that this feels noticeable, but not painful, because our main goal is to put stress on the subcutaneous fat tissue and the skin, so that the subcutaneous fat tissue becomes denser and more elastic, and the skin produces more collagen. Yes, that's it. And the fascinating part of this process is that after we go over the area just 3 times, the discomfort begins to fade. This clearly indicates that there is a buildup of stagnant fluid trapped deep inside, which is actually poisoning the surrounding tissues and preventing them from producing enough collagen. The subcutaneous fat tissue absorbs all of this, and as a result, that's how we get cellulite and loose skin. And here are some bonus exercises for all of you. Let's do a little bit right here. I would say, look at this symmetry. Well, again, we turn the arm out. What difference does it make? That's it, yes. And look, it's very important here that you actually make slapping, clapping motions directly on the skin as if you were about to slap someone. You should say, oh, look at those triceps. Oh, you didn't tighten them up enough. Oh, you little rascal. And the ideal state looking for is when it stings just a little bit, right? Notice that at the same time, you're shaking up the triceps and significantly increasing its activity from another angle, right? And you will feel a soothing and pleasant sensation of numbness afterwards. Make sure to do this specific practice about 3 to 4 times every week. It's important to note that regardless of your physical condition, you can do this practice with varying levels of intensity. For example, right now this feels more or less comfortable, but I can increase the intensity and it will become significantly less comfortable. So, if you can create a certain level of soreness by using your fingers, this indicates that your triceps, located at the back of your arm, are still in a state that is less than ideal. In other words, there's always room for improvement. So adjust the intensity to suit your own arm. At first, give your body a little time to adapt because you've been developing this area for years. And once your body gets used to it, then you can really give it a proper workout. Friends, it's strange to record this message because in my native language, Russian, I have about 2.5 million subscribers. These are people who are genuinely interested in the human body, in how, with the help of hands and simple breathing and meditative techniques, you can bring the body to its best possible state. I see how much the knowledge I share helps Russian-speaking people, and it's important to me to bring this knowledge to people all over the world as well. So please subscribe and give a like so that others can also join in and access this very valuable information.